The Republican National Convention kicked off earlier today with delegates formally renominating President Trump and Vice President Mike Pence. And the convention is promising some key speakers this evening.
And I nominate Gary Dietrich to jump in right now and give us some analysis. As always, Gary looking good. What can we expect tonight? The Republicans say they're going to be kinder, gentler, less dark than the Democrats, as they put it. How about it?
Well, I think Mike Pence maybe summed this up best, guys, when he was speaking to the RNC delegates who formally, of course, put he and Trump back on the ticket, when he said, our goal to make America great again, comma, again. And that's really what this week's going to be all about. We did it once, we're going to do it again. And they'll cite all kinds of things, the economic news, the stock market right now. Going to be some very key speakers. For example, Nikki Haley tonight, former UN ambassador and governor of South Carolina. Expect her to talk about America's place in the world and how, in their view, Donald Trump has enhanced that, particularly taking on folks like China, and wants to sustain and build on that going forward.
Gary, I want to jump back to last week's DNC, and it looks like Joe Biden didn't really get the boost in the polls that he was expecting. So what, if anything, can you read into what this means for his campaign?
Well, I think that's really important, and it's hard to know whether it was the Biden campaign and the candidate, or whether it's this new format that we're talking about here, the virtual convention. And this is what we've been really interested to see. And I think we'll know more after this week, and we see those polls. You know, did these conventions really move the needle? Now, here's what we know so far, that in terms of popularity, the Biden-Harris ticket went up, but not in terms of the actual number of voters who will say they'll vote for them. So I think, again, the contrast and comparison to this year versus previous years is really going to be sussed out in the next couple of weeks when we see a lot more polling on both conventions.
Let's talk California wildfires. We'll play some sound, then we'll get your take on something. So the governor taking a moment to thank the president for a disaster declaration to help provide aid and resources. Let's listen in first.
I want to thank the president for his support of that disaster declaration. We had anticipated he would be supportive, and indeed he was supported.
So what do you think? The governor, rather the president last week saying, hey, California, clean up your act. I told you to clean your forests and stuff like this would happen. Their working relationship is delicate, to say the least, right?
Well, it is, but here's what's interesting to me, guys, is you get the bluster, and we got that 2 years ago at the campfire from the president, but in the end, on every one of these disaster situations, the president and the governor end up complimenting each other and thanking each other for their work together, and the dollars and, in fact, the assistance do come. So that's what was important. That was formalized over the weekend. President Trump said that as well, and I think, you know, for California, it's important. We really need that federal assistance, and for Trump, not looking like a bully, particularly in those all-important sort of swing districts, I think was critical for him as well. So I guess you could say on both counts right now, both sides won in this one.
All right, the delicate dance continues. Gary, thank you. We'll talk to you soon, as always, as we watch how the RNC unfolds this week.